Okay, I guess I'm gonna hit the button, and when everybody's ready, in 3, 2.
Hello, and welcome to our next exciting bingo, Breath of the Wild bingo. We'll be doing a row control. My name is Two Good Mules. You can just call me Mules. And I will be commentating this match with Mikey. And our hosts right now are Shadow Frost and Tiny Tim. How's it going, Mikey?
Oh, it's going fantastic.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and have the players reveal the card. So that way we can discuss the board and the general rules of row control while they look it over. So it's custom for lockout style matches in Breath of the Wild to have kind of 5 minutes of routing time. So we will reveal it right now. Do you want to go over kind of the rules of row control, Mikey? Or I can do it actually. Whatever you.
I'm still not really familiar with it.
That's fair. I'll go for it then. So row control is a variation of lockout where you want to try to get 3 squares in a single row in order to control that row. And the objective to the goal, the win condition is to control 3 rows. So theoretically, you could win the game in just getting a total of 9 squares. So you'd get like 3 in row 1, 3 in row 2, and 3 in row 5. And since it's lockout, when you mark a square, that means the other team can no longer mark that square. So only one team can mark a square at any point. And yeah, that's the gist of it. We will be using the revised or new goal list for Breath of the Wild bingo. Just recently we added over like 90 new goals to the goal list and changed the difficulty of a few goals to be a little bit more balanced. So we'll be showcasing some of those today, which is pretty exciting. And just to clarify, like row control is just rows. So we don't really care about columns or diagonals in this variation of lockout. We are actually just going to be looking at rows 1 through 5. But yeah, so there's the board. You see anything that piques your interest?
Row 3 is looking kind of spicy. It's got 3 really easy ones.
Yeah.
Set, any hasty meal, and mount a stall horse.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the most important parts of row control is like contesting every row just a little bit. Like if you were to just get one of the few easy goals in each row, that will make the other team have to do like a hard goal. So like if you were to rush any hasty meal, right, for row 3, you would be forcing the other team to probably have to do 3 bird pictures in Compendium or defeat Dark Beast Cannon, which are definitely a lot longer squares than the other 3.
Yeah, for sure. You pretty much never want to have to do Dark Beast because that's like at least 8 or 9 minutes because you have to go through all of Blight and Calamity.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, looking at some of these rows, row 3 is going to be pretty quick if the team gets all 3 easy ones. Row 2 is not too bad. 1 dog treasure and a guardian sword are pretty quick, and if you get the weapons that you need to kill a guardian scout for, you can do that pretty fast too.
Yeah.
But if anyone can test, if both teams can test that row, that's probably going to be like the longest one with the Jewel Trade side quest, which requires you to
quest is.
That's you have to complete Rudania and then have like I think you need like 10 amber or something to give to like one of the one Gerudo NPC inside of Goron City.
Right.
Yeah. Row 1's also has no, row 1's not that fast. I mean, discover 1 secret hot spring, that's pretty quick because there's one like right next to Rito. Any mighty meal is pretty fast. But resurrect a horse requires you to register a horse. Kill, well, maybe not directly kill your horse, but the horse has to die somehow. And then you have to go to the horse god and pay 1,000 rupees and resurrect the horse. So that one's pretty lengthy. And 15 gold ring Koroks. I don't really know how hard that is because that's one of the new goals.
Is there a setting to check that on the object map? I actually don't know.
Not the object map, but Lepalog has a Korok map.
No word.
That lets you filter by types. I'm actually going to post that in the bingo sync. So that way they can look that up too. We're about a minute away from going from the start here.
Row 4 is looking like a bit of a lengthy one.
Yeah. 600 meters in the gliding mini game is easy. And so is collect one picture memory, but you have to still go through all the camera stuff. One shrine for 4 regions actually isn't that bad because Great Plateau counts. So you can get those 3 shrines like on your way to Kakariko.
Also, defeat 3 Lionels actually isn't that bad now that I'm thinking about it. Because
yeah, you could just get like a 3-pack at Castle, and then there's like 2 in Castle, right? And then
there's 2 in Castle.
And then you probably just do like the Coliseum Lionel or something.
I'm hoping we get to see Eventide.
You of course,
Mr. Eventide.
Some call me that. Some call me the king. Some call me Mister.
Oh,
you know,
whatever. My bad.
No, it's fine. You can call me whatever.
On your name.
All right, and we're gonna get started. And we are off. So the start of every bingo is the same for everybody in that they almost always get the soldier's bow unless they're rushing a very, very short goal. And then there's one pot in Temple of Time that has a 5-pack of regular arrows. It's 100% spawn rate. So we'll see all of our runners get that. And then now we'll see, this is where everyone starts to kind of diverge.
I'm actually kind of surprised no one's getting the heart container.
I mean, people for anyone that doesn't know, Breath of the Wild bingo, everyone starts from what we call a bingo file. So they basically complete Great Plateau without getting anything in their inventory. They don't pick up a single thing. And then they complete the 4 shrines, get all the runes, and then get the paraglider, and then save, and that's where everyone starts. So they start directly after getting paraglider. So everyone has 4 spirit orbs that they can cash in at a goddess statue. But considering they're playing Lockout, that takes a little bit of extra time, and they're probably prioritizing getting off of Plateau and working on goals as fast as possible before cashing those in. I'm going to redo the multi-twitch that you and I are watching, by the way, so it matches the order that's on the stream, just so you know.
Yeah, it's fine. I keep getting the purple screen of death. You're using an ad blocker. Thanks, Twitch.
Yeah.
I see Apple has already died, and I missed how.
Probably a failed wind bomb. Usually the case. It looks like zinpars and SrTapir are going to be the first ones off of Plateau. Seems like SrTapir is rushing Dog Treasure, which is probably one of the fastest goals on the board, along with like Hasty Meal and Mighty Meal. And that's what zinpars is going for, is a Hasty Meal, I think. And in case anyone's wondering, we have zinpars and Noman, the 2 top point of views, the mod check men, versus applefreezer and SrTapir, the men of steel on the bottom. So yeah. Looks like our first goal has been marked off. Oh, our first 2 goals have been marked off.
Going fast.
Yeah. These are some of the fastest bingo players out there. zinpars, the winner of the latest bingo tournament. And all 4 of these all four of these runners are quite knowledgeable of the game, running multiple categories, with great times across the board. Looks like Noman might be rushing the 3 Lionels if he's already headed to castle.
Yeah, that was my guess.
It seems like Apple is just now getting off a plateau. Oh, Limcube, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Came at the perfect time. We just started the match. We have 2 goals down. This is row control, so it's a variation of lockout where each team is trying to get 3 squares in a row. So columns and diagonals don't really matter. Ballister, thank you for the raid as well. Welcome, Raiders. And it looks like Tapir might be going for the 4 shrines and what is it? 1 shrine from 4 regions.
Yeah, 1 shrine from 4 regions.
That's one of the newer goals, so I feel like I'm gonna mess that up all the time.
Could I come in for a quick donation here?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Feel
yeah,
free to
go
cut
for
us
it.
off
Alright.
whenever.
All right, that's good. That's good. So, of course, thanks to the double rate just now. And yeah, we just got a $10 donation from Vlad saying, I do not support horse cruelty. Thank you so much for that donation. I really hope we do not get to see any horse cruelty this run, but knowing this game, I'm not so sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, with the goal with resurrect a horse, there's a decent chance we'll see some horse cruelty. And if someone ends up having to fight Dark Beast Ganon, they might, depending on how the fight goes. I mean, that's how I always decide what I do with the horse when I fight Dark Beast Ganon. If it was a bad fight or a bad Blights or a bad Ganon, sometimes the horse just it's a good outlet for rage.
I wonder
Seems
if
like Noman might
Noman-
be the first one to get the Mighty Mail since he's already in castle.
Yeah.
Do you think he's actually going to fight Dark Beast Ganon? I
I
mean,
I doubt it because that's gonna take way too long.
he's doing the old castle routing though. I mean, like, why would he? I guess maybe he's just getting these weapons and he plans to like just dip and go fight a Guardian Scout 4 maybe, since they already have
Yeah.
one in that row.
There's also a major test strength in castle.
Oh yeah, good
So-
point.
That might be it.
Yeah,
And you can also get the 3 ancient arrows and kill the 2 Lionels that are in
Mhm.
the 8 houses.
yeah, and judging by the fact that he didn't go into the armory too, so he's probably not gonna fight Dark Beast right now. But he will kind of have a leg up on that though, just because he'll have the warp point in castle if he ends up doing that test of strength. Seems like zinpars is going for the 600 meters in the gliding mini game, I think. Wait, no, what? Yeah, he's at the Ridgeland Tower.
Yeah.
And Tapir is about to mount a stall horse. Oh no, he got sniped by an Octorok right
Oh,
before he
man.
could get on.
That is unfortunate.
That is so unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Those Octoroks, dude. They're a bunch of aimbotters. That's so unlucky. Applefreezer opting not to even do the test of strength skip in this minor test of strength shrine.
Pumag Nata has a guardian sword.
Oh,
is
good
pretty
point.
smart.
Yeah.
Very 5-head of him.
Any 5-head wine times in chat? Seems to be taking this fight nice and safe. He doesn't have the best of weapons, so probably pretty smart. Oh no! He gets slashed.
Oh, he got knighted.
Yeah, he did.
Zin just finished the gliding minigame. Easy clap. It looks like no one's about to do the Lionels in
Yeah.
castle.
So Zen and Noman are contesting rows 1, 3, and 4. And it looks like SrTapir and Apple are going for rows 2, also row 4, and then not sure what their last one is. But wow, Noman just had a really sketchy landing there. I'm kind of surprised he actually slid down that cliff. Yeah, it's top team against bottom team. Water Lemon. Zinpars and Noman are in green, and Apple and Zinpars, or sorry, Apple and SrTapir are in pink. All right, so Noman got his stall horse after that unfortunate death, and he's probably going to be going for the shrine on Mount Satori. Yeah, that's where he said it right now.
Looks like Zin is doing a cast quest, which is in row 5.
Oh, okay.
It's doing the 2 rings.
Well, Apple and SrTapir are quickly closing in on their first row. If they get the kill of Guardian Scout 4, they're probably going to be the first team to claim a row or have full control of it.
It was pretty smart to get the row 2 right off the bat, because 2 of them are pretty inconvenient to get.
Yeah, like Jewel Trade is, I'm quite confident, the longest goal on this board, and the 8th heroine side quest is quite lengthy as well, because you have to go all the way to Kak and Hatano to get the camera, and then you have to go all the way to Gerudo to do the other one, and to do the actual side quest. So I think that's Noman's first Lionel,
That's
unless
his
I missed
second
him.
one.
Oh, that's his second already? Wow, he's fast.
Yep.
Oh, nice. He gets even more ancient arrows. That's awesome.
We have a second for a donation.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
go for it.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. We've received a donation. We've received a $10 donation from CB, who says, I do support sacrificing the horse to the horse god. Thank you very much indeed for that very generous donation.
Thank you, CB.
Shout out to CBF.
So it looks like SrTapir just got 2 rings as well, but I don't think he knows he's about half a quest behind at this point. It'll be interesting to see who's able to clutch that one out. What would be the second cast quest that you would go for? Probably
That's
Crown
a great
Beast, maybe?
question.
I think
Yeah,
Crown Beast would probably be the fastest, but I'm not an all cast quest runner, so
It's really out of the way.
yeah, it's really not that close. Apple, there is I forget the name of it. It's like the Serpent's
Serpent's
Scale?
Jaw. You need
Jaw.
Farash for it, though.
Oh
You
yeah,
need
good
a
point.
Farash scale.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Noman is actually going to go for the Hylian shield, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, he's like, that's the lockup entrance right here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What row is that? That's row 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
row 5. So there's actually a lot of stuff to do at Castle I didn't realize.
Yeah, there is actually quite a bit. That was smart, because no one was the first one there. And he hasn't really had much contention for it, so
Yeah,
He-
Apple and
he's able to-
Tapir were not even close to Castle.
yeah. Which is actually kind of surprising, because I know Tapir goes to castle pretty often in Bingos, I feel. I've seen him do that strat pretty often. It's like that's one of the first things he does is just does the castle B2B right off the rip. But I guess they were just focused on other goals. I haven't been keeping track of the number of shrines everyone has in each region, but I feel like that is going to be marked off very soon.
So I'm guessing Apple's doing that because he already did the. Oh wait, no, this is just another Farron shrine, so I'm not really sure what he's doing. Wait, never mind. The test of strength he did is a lake shrine, so
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Noman. It's scaring me a little bit in this Stalnox fight. I thought he was about to get butt stomped. Oh, the angle he was at, he wasn't able to actually hit his
okay.
eye. Yeah. Oh, that was a sick backflip. I think he has it now.
Dude, this eye is just such a troll.
It really is. Nice, he got it. Here we see Tapir setting up a BTB to Kakariko, I think.
Kakariko or Dueling Peaks?
Yeah. It's looking
Looks like,
like
yeah, Kakariko.
probably Kak. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard not to get camera, I feel like, in this. Three bird pictures. The fact that they've already both have marked a goal in row 3 requires that, well, not requires, but more than likely we're going to see 3 bird pictures in Companion get marked off. I guess they could maybe just go for Dark Beast instead, but
I feel like it's faster to do pictures instead of Dark Beast.
yeah, I would agree. And while you're doing all that camera stuff as well, you can be working towards other goals too.
Yeah, for sure.
But Pier is skipping out on the full climber set, right? From the looks of it.
Yeah, there's a climber's bandana in Rita He.
Yeah.
So that was actually one of the changed things for the new point system. Is that right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it used to be really high.
Mm-hmm. It's still kind of up there, but it definitely got reduced by I think at least like 2 to 3 points. Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's still 3 shrines, and it's still, you know, a little bit of movement involved. But with the addition of wind bombs, or the discovery of wind bombs, a lot of the goals needed to be a little bit more balanced or rebalanced.
Zen's actually about to do the second cast quest. I completely forgot about this one.
Oh yeah, Song of Storms.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team names are, yeah, the colors in the team names are opposite. Tapir and Apple are pink. Thank you for pointing that out. The great Dolphin, any. We'll have
Apple
that
just finished
switched.
the one shrine from 4 regions after doing Bosch Kala, everyone's favorite shrine. All right, camera is now officially required for row 4.
Yeah.
So I have my money on collect 1 picture memory.
Yeah, it's that row is actually going to come down to Leviathan bones, which I'll be honest, I kind of forgot what's on this board. I think I said the Jewel Trade was the longest one on this, but I'm not sure which one's longer, Leviathan bones or Jewel Trade.
Jewel Trade's definitely longer because you have to
Is
do
it? Okay.
Redania.
Yeah, I guess with the whole Rescue Unobo sequence, it's probably definitely longer. Because Leviathan Bones, for those that don't remember that quest or don't know what it is, that's the quest where you need to get camera, and then talk to some NPCs at the Serene stable.
Yep.
And you have to take a picture of the 3 Leviathan bones or giant bones scattered around Hyrule. So there's one in the top left region of the map in Hebra, like inside of a mountain, one kind of behind the volcano of Eldin, and then one deep in the desert of Gerudo, bottom left. So it's quite the quest in terms of movement.
It's probably like a 15-minute endeavor.
Yeah, at least assuming you don't you don't die.
Yeah.
But we see Apple headed towards Castle. He might be focusing on Dark Beast, realizing that might end up being a requirement here. with Tapir focusing on camera, and he's definitely the farthest along in the camera sequence. They might just be trying to secure that goal like really fast, or that row, because they'll have Tapir get 3 bird pictures, and then Apple will get defeat Dark Beast Cannon. Tapir is definitely gonna force Leviathan Bones. So this is actually crazy to look at the board right now, because there's contention in so many rows. Row 2, 3, and 4 are highly contended right now. And the stuff that's left in row 1 are all fairly medium to long goals. Like Riddles of Hyrule is a long goal.
Yeah, you need a bunch of different things for that.
Yeah. No, man, not getting the angle he wanted on that BTB, so he's going to opt to reload. But yeah, this is shaping up to be quite the match.
Oh yeah. I'm really curious to see if anyone does Eventide anytime soon.
Well, if history serves, it's going to end up being one of the last goals, right? I think out of all the goals on the board, I would expect to see Leviathan Bones, Strander, and Eventide and the Jewel Trade and Riddles of Hyrule to be some of the last goals completed. Most people like to avoid doing Eventide at all costs, which makes it an amazing goal if you're good at Eventide.
Yeah. But who would be good at Eventide?
Yeah, who's good at that? No one runs that. It is the best IL though, like I'm pretty sure objectively, right?
Definitely the most interesting, or one of the most interesting.
No bias here.
Yeah, definitely no bias. So Tapir's on his way to get the camera.
He doesn't have ice arrows, huh?
Yeah, he skipped out on them from Plateau.
Yeah. A lot of a common movement in most categories that end up having to get camera, grab the ice arrows on Plateau, and then BTB from the Hestu Bokoblin camp to Hateno. But you can get there pretty quick in just a couple wind bombs. If you get some good supers, I mean, you can get there in like 2 wind bombs.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah. And here we can see Tapir going for a VR super. So for anyone that doesn't know, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but wind bombs are a very common movement technique that you've seen the runners, every runner do constantly. As I say that, both Noman and zinpars just showed one off. But you can increase the speed of your wind bomb by forcing the game to lag and lower the FPS, and abuse a mechanic that developers implemented where when the game has decreased FPS, it makes Link move faster to compensate, to make it appear like the game isn't lagging. And so by forcing the game to lag and then pulling your paraglider right as the lag is ending, you can basically store that speed and conserve it, and make your wind bombs go much faster, and get way more mileage out of it. And so you don't always have to go into VR to force the game to lag more, but in certain areas it's almost required because there's not enough, foliage or detailed stuff in like on screen to give you enough lag to get a super. So sometimes you'll see the runners open up the menu, go into VR for a little bit to get lag, and then close it again once they get the super, or hopefully get the super. And here we can see Tapir doing weapon smuggling, which allows him to hold a weapon basically all the time, so he can wind bomb while holding a lit torch, which makes the blue fire sequence up to the Hateno Tech Lab much faster. And it seems like in terms of camera, it's going to be Tapir versus Noman, but Tapir is significantly ahead in terms of the camera goals.
Oh yeah. Also, it looks like Apple is in Castle. I'm hoping it's to kill the Guardian Scout 4, because I was wrong about that with Noman.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that Noman ended up skipping out on it. He definitely had the weapons to do it.
I'm guessing he just forgot about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be
It's kind
honest.
of
I
a-
can't remember the last time I saw someone actually use the mine carts in a bingo.
True.
Trying to figure out what what zinpars is working towards right now. He appears to be
It
kind
looks
of
like
in
he's
the
going to
lake region.
Eventide.
Is he?
Isn't this where Eventide is, or is it more?
It's more like,
It's more east.
yeah, it's more southeast of where he is, but maybe he's headed towards Gerudo. I don't know. Oh wait, no, this is where the horse god is, sort
Oh,
of.
Yeah.
And he's close to his stable, so he's probably gonna get a horse like right here, register
and-
it.
Yeah, he
It
was just
will
grinding for
conveniently
rupees as well.
die, and then he'll resurrect it. Do you know how many rubies he has? I think he needs 1,000.
He got a bunch of luminous stones.
Oh, okay. Of
We have a moment for a few words.
course.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, it's just to let you know that myself and Shadowfrost will be departing just now. And we'd like to thank you so much for watching Bingothon. It's been such a pleasure being here. And good luck with the rest of this run. And we'll be handing off to InstaFizz and the wonderful Nordic Soy. Take care, everyone. Keep those donations coming in. Cheerio for now.
Good luck.
Welcome in InstaFizz and Nordic Soy. As we see Zimpar's committing a little bit of light animal cruelty, but it's okay. He's going to resurrect it.
Non-Telpida.
Yeah.
This will be really hard to
He's going to
explain.
switch to a stronger weapon, I think, because the axe isn't getting the job done.
Close your eyes.
Yeah. Wow, that's a beefy horse. Oh, there it goes.
Can we get an F in the chat for the horse?
Yeah, F's in the chat.
He lived a good life.
He'll be back. Did you see what he named it?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Hopefully the horse god shows us the name. And with that said, Tapir is getting his first picture memory. So they will be forcing Leviathan Bones. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tapir just went straight for it. I mean, he knows he has a head start on camera goals, so he might just secure row 4 for his team. It doesn't seem like, is Apple going for the Kill Guardian Scout? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's just kind of leaving castle and
Yeah.
headed towards Rito.
What
He
is
might be
the,
going for discover the one secret hot spring. Not sure what else is really on this side of the map. Maybe Golring Korax. I know there's a decent number of Golring Korax kind of on this way, but Golring Korax 15 is quite a few. And if you go ahead and assume that each one takes at least, one wind bomb, that's 15 wind bombs, which, you need a decent amount of health for, considering one wind bomb is 1 heart. So if you don't have enough healing items, you can burn a lot of resources just going for 15 Korax pretty quick. Being trolled by these choo-choos though, holy cow. And Zimpar has just talked to the horse god for the first time. She's pretty rare. She's a rare sight in bingo, I feel.
Yeah.
There is a goal that's just like pay her, but I see it so rarely.
She's really out of the way.
Yeah. Like right on the southern coast of the map, and she's not super close to other stuff. Oh, he named the horse 1, the classic
Oh yeah.
speedrunner name. Here, just mark the memory.
Yeah, he
I
just
didn't-
got the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Apple's doing Tenako Saw. Because that's also a major test of strength.
Oh, okay. And I guess it's kind of on the way to a secret hot spring in a way.
Yeah.
So you can BTB off a Moblin basically almost directly to it if you have enough stamina. And so for those that don't know what BTB is, that's what applefreezer is doing right now in bottom left. So BTB is where you, short for bullet time bounce. So you enter bullet time, bounce off an enemy, and then leave bullet time, and you're kind of abusing a mechanic of the game where when you enter bullet time, the entire game slows down by 20 times. And then any forces applied to actors or items while in bullet time are multiplied by 20 times if you exit bullet time shortly after the force is applied. So it's one of the fastest ways to move in this game in terms of long distance. Like a super wind bomb can get you far, but a really good BTB will almost always win in terms of speed and distance. Other than that, I think maybe stasis bounce is really the only thing that really contends with BTBs. We've seen Noman getting camera. He'll probably rush 3 bird pictures, right? I mean, he already sees that 1 picture memory has been marked off by Tapir, so 3 bird pictures is the fastest camera goal after that. So
Yeah.
he doesn't. You can actually, I think, get 3 birds in a tenno right away, like right off the rip. You can get a duck, you can get a heron. Actually, I think there's 2 types of herons in a tenno, so it'll be interesting to see who gets that goal first. Guardian Scout 4s are not easy. This is going to be a tough fight, I feel like.
Yeah, this is gonna be a struggle.
Yeah.
So while that's going on, do you think there's time to read off a dono right now?
Oh, of course,
yeah.
there always is time.
Okay, so we got a $50 dono from 31PNMR, which has no comment, but regardless, thank you very much for that, 31PNMR. And while I'm here, I would like to use this time to remind you all of any prizes and upcoming bid wars. Right now, we've got the Pokemon Black and White starter Pokemon name bid war coming up next. So far, the lead name is 2B with $25. And if you would all like to win some wonderful prizes with your donations, we still have the Team 17 game packs coming up. Thank you, Team 17, for providing those to us. And of course, we also got the Bingothon mugs, Fred Hutch merch packages, Xbox Game Pass, and Nier Replicant. So if those all sound lovely to you, make sure to throw in those donations.
Shout outs to Jason for that donation. While that was going on, Tapir actually took a selfie with a Lionel.
It was a pretty fire selfie as well.
Nice. I missed it.
He was stunting on him.
Which I forgot was on the board, so that was probably faster than 3 bird pictures, maybe. At least for Tapir, considering he already had camera. Fortunately, Applefreezer is going to have to restart the fight with the Guardian Scout 4, which, again, not too surprising. It's not an easy fight. He has a lot of HP and really strong weapons. Looks like he might... I thought he was maybe going to go for a bow spin there, but I don't think he has any frost weapons.
Noman's working on the full climber set now.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so there's 2 pretty close to each other. There's the one in Tano O, which is relatively close to the one that's in the middle of the ocean as well. And then Eventide is also just like 1 wind bomb away from that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you went and did that.
Mm-hmm. That's got some good synergy. And zinpars is rolling up on the closest secret hot spring to Dorito, so he'll mark that off very shortly here. Do you think the secret hot springs will regenerate the... Oh, wait. He's not going to the secret hot spring. He's going to this shrine. Is this a major test of strength?
That is a great question.
Oh, I don't think he knows where it is. He just looked at his map.
I think Noman should do this test of strength, or the Guardian Scout 4, because the climber's gear.
Oh yeah, Chaskeda, right?
Yeah.
The one that's in the middle of the sea there. Yeah, I don't think Zin knew exactly where this secret hot spring is. So the secret hot spring goals are part of the new goal list. So I'm not surprised if any of these runners actually know where one is. To be honest, they're a little bit of a secret, I suppose, as the name suggests. But he is incredibly close to it, and I think he's narrowed down where he needs to go. It's just over this ridge in front of him. But yeah, so when you stand in hot water in this game, like a hot spring in this game, your hearts regenerate. And I'm curious if it will regenerate like a half of a gold heart or not. I would assume it wouldn't.
I don't think it does. Row 1
Doesn't
and
seem
2
like it.
are now done. So each team has one row now. Very pog.
Yeah, 1-1 on the board. Tight match. And I'm very, very happy to say that Jewel Trade won't be complete.
Oh yeah, thankfully.
No longer a necessary goal to take, so that's good. And same with Riddles of High Roll. That actually cuts down a lot of time on the potential length of this board. But yeah, Tapir is, I believe, closing in on Eventide. Or sorry, not Tapir, Noman. Ends up he's gonna probably get the climber's gear and then go right there, which that will complete row 5 for them if he's able to complete Eventide before anyone else. And then they would just need to get Leviathan Bones. But I actually don't think they're going to get that goal because zinpars doesn't have a camera. Well, I wonder what zinpars is going to work on next. Do you think he's probably? Oh wait, is he going to go for Eventide?
Oh, that
He
maybe.
just warped to the Song of Storms shrine, which is fairly close to Eventide, as he looks at his map to get his bearings. Looks like he's headed right there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely doing it.
So yeah, I mean, if he gets Strand and Eventide, and then Noman gets the full climber set, and then either 3 bird pictures or Dark Beast, whatever is available when he actually goes, they're poised to maybe clutch out this game. Here and Apple would have to snipe something like full climber set or yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time seeing them getting row 5 at all. So they would need to really focus on row 3 and 4.
So Tapir has the camera, right?
Yeah, Tapir and Noman are the only ones with camera. Oh man. I always like freak out when you see someone do a wind bomb at half a heart, but you don't know they have fairies. And you're like, no, you're gonna kill yourself. And then the fairy pops and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, right. You knew that, I didn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this match just came down to Leviathan Bones in a way. Because right now, I'd say zinpars is definitely going to get Strand on Eventide. And if Apple and Tapir like really focused on row 3, which I think is what Tapir is doing right now, right? This is one of the ones that has a climber's piece of gear, right? Yeah, he's getting it right now.
Yeah, it does.
So ooh, that's
Oh, man.
unfortunate for Tapir.
He's not having a good time. In
Yeah, this is a rough shrine for him. Oh no, zinpars drowned in the water right before getting to Eventide. That's actually brutal. The movement to Eventide is not easy on one wheel of stamina. Yeah, I've wind bombed from this exact spot that Zin has done nothing short of at least 200 times. But I've done it with 3 wheels of stamina instead of 1, and doing it with just 1 is quite the challenge. You got to make sure your first wind bomb gets you good distance, and then your next midair is clutch, to say the least. And that's exactly what that was, I think. That should take him to shallow water, so he's good. Second try, not bad. He is
Okay,
going to be
right.
smuggling an arrow on.
Oh, this
And
is
maybe a
so
fairy?
bad.
Oh, man. It's hard to smuggle a fairy. They run quick. He's not going to even try. I think he's just going to save it for later. He's just going to take a bow and an arrow with him. And maybe a weapon too, yeah. Surprised he didn't drop the hammer. Oh, he is going to go for the fairy. This is not easy. Yeah. This is going to be interesting if he's able to grab it in time.
Definitely
Every time
interesting.
I watch someone try to smuggle a fairy, it always gets away. Yeah, I think Noman just needs the pants for the climber set.
He is missing the bandana.
Oh, he didn't get that
He got
either?
the pants already.
Oh, okay.
So it's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them actually. Tapir needs to Tapir and Apple really need to focus on row 3 here. That's kind of their last ditch effort in order to make it in. But obviously, each team doesn't know what the other team is working on. So we see Apple going for Eventide.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's very possible that zinpars dies here. A lot of people die on Eventide. It's it's not easy, but I'm assuming he's going to play it really safe.
Tapir's going bird watching right now. So row 3 might come down to killing Dark Beast.
That's kind of hype.
Be very fitting.
zinpars taking a quick stop to pick up some bananas. Little monkey action. This is team lockout. It's actually a variation of lockout called row control, where the objective is to get 3 squares in a single row in order to gain control of that row. And then the first team to control 3 rows wins. So the current score is 1-1 with Apple and Tapir in control of row 2 and Zin and Noman in control of row 1. With both teams pretty close to closing in on another row here. Let's see if the ball stayed on the cryo block. It did. Shout outs to that. That's super annoying when it rolls off. And one of the really nice benefits of smuggling a bow and an arrow is that zinpars can just win bombs straight from that first ball pedestal right to the Hinox. Got here so fast he didn't load in right away. Do you think zinpars is going to run up the mountain?
I would hope so. Go for the Chad strat.
The Chad strat? I don't think he's going to do it. It's pretty tough, even with speed food. So it looks like he's going to just take the roundabout way, the intended way, I suppose.
Casual strats.
Yes. Noman is getting the bandana right now. Having about as hard of a time as Tapir was, I think. This is actually gonna be really close.
Yeah, you better hurry up because
Yeah,
is like right there at the last climber's piece.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is actually going to come down to the wire, I think. Wait, did Tapir only has one piece though, right?
No, he just got the legs.
Oh, did he? Okay, I missed it. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be real close then. Oh, just barely nicked the ceiling there. He might end up reloading here. He doesn't have a lot of food left. Wow, that fairy coming in big clutch for zinpars. Holy cow, I bet he's really happy he smuggled that on. That would have been devastating.
That was insanely clutch.
That would have been devastating if he died on ball 2 here. Holy cow. That would have actually... Wow, and Apple just got absolutely truck stick by a goat. You hate to see it, but also at the same time, it's kind of funny.
Noman got the last climber's piece.
All right. And so it looks like Tapir is instantly going to warp to plateau and BTB to castle.
Looks like it.
And I wonder what Noman's going to work on next. Do you think Noman's going to contest him at castle, or do you think... Ooh, wait, hold on. Sorry, one sec. Zinpars could actually die here very easily, like super easily.
Oh no.
These guys are nuts.
Oh, this is terrifying.
This is really scary. He's playing. He's just straight running. Okay, he was able to lose aggro on 2 of them, and he can probably hit this guy off the ledge somewhat easily. All right. If he keeps him off camera here, he should be fine. Oof.
Yeah,
That was stressful.
Play that like a champion.
He did. He played that smart. That was, man. Eventide. It's always an interesting one.
Noman is looking a little lost here.
Yeah, he's probably deciding whether or not he should contest on Dark Beast Ganon or just start working on Leviathan Bones, because he's got to see at this point that those are really his only 2 options. He knows that Zen just finished Eventide, so he has to decide between 2 things, and he has to gamble, thinking like, am I going to be able to beat Tapir to Dark Beast Ganon, or am I going to just start on Leviathan Bones right away? Or maybe he's thinking that. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. He kind of has the option of the 2. Tapir doesn't. Tapir kind of has to go for Dark Beast.
This is manga, because I think what they should do is Zen should do Dark Beast and then have Noman work on Leviathan Bones, since Noman has the camera.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
But Zen is looking kind of checked out right now.
Well, yeah, he does. I think Zen's kind of he's in the calculation mode and figuring out exactly what you just said. I think he's going to tell Noman to stop going for Dark Beast and go for Leviathan Bones. And it looks like that's already what Noman's doing. He's maybe going to collect some resources.
Yeah, getting
and then
cold resist.
Yeah. And at this point, wait. Oh, Zinpars doesn't know that he could have already marked off Eventide. You don't actually have to activate the shrine to complete the shrine quest. Once the shrine comes out of the ground, the shrine quest completes, but it's whatever.
I'm guessing he's gonna do it to heal. No?
Yeah, well, he like legitimately doesn't know that he already completed it. Like he's gonna check now and realize he already did it. As soon as you get that as soon as that cutscene ends, you mark the goal off. So now Apple is gonna see that he already completed Eventide.
Yeah.
And Apple is gonna slowly realize, oh crap, I need to be the one doing Dark Beast, and Tapir, you're the one that needs to do Leviathan Bones. Because I don't have camera.
Yeah. So Noman's doing the BTB right now to Gerudo. To get the Gerudo skeleton. And looks like
Tapir actually, yeah, he's going to Hebra. He knows.
Yeah.
So this is a race between Zinpars and Apple to see who can defeat Dark Beast, and Noman and Tapir to see who can do Leviathan Bones. It's coming down to the wire a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is exciting.
It really is mostly on Apple right now, though. Apple has to get Dark Beast, while only one of the goals need to be completed for Zinpars and Noman.
For sure. Noman is super low on food right now.
Yeah, which is not what you want to see when you have a goal that requires you to go to 3 out of the 4 corners of the map.
Yeah.
Zinpars was completely out of arrows there. He just got the any percent arrows.
Yeah, he lost all his stuff from Eventide.
You get it back.
No, because he smuggled the bow.
Oh, right. He smuggled his only bow. Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's actually really funny.
That was wild.
I didn't even think about that.
He also doesn't have a shield right now.
You think he's going to realize that when he goes for his BTB? Doesn't look like it. He's going to realize it as soon as he tries to front hop and he doesn't have a shield.
Yeah.
He could have smuggled one out of Eventide, and that's the funny part. And he is now realizing
Yeah.
he doesn't have a shield. That's brutal.
I could feel the I could feel his pain as soon as he went for the jump.
Yep. Opens the menu, nothing there. That's what's wild is he really could have smuggled one out. He had one from he got a soldier shield from that blue Boko that he fought right at the end there. If he would have dropped that shield before putting the third ball in, he would have been big chilling. That's wow. That's crazy to think that smuggling actually did kind of lose him this goal. Because I mean, you look at Apple right now, he's more than poised to just defeat Dark Beast. Assuming he gets a first try, like he's fine. But I guess I don't really know what his food situation is. Since he's doing the newer castle route, did he pick up anything?
I have no idea what kind of attack food he has.
Yeah, he has the one razor shroom. Where would he have picked up anything else? He could have maybe picked up some more razor shrooms. There's some by the BTB to Tenokosa. There's like 4 of them there. So maybe he picked those up ahead of time, thinking he would be the one doing this goal. But wait, no, he's not going to the cooking pot. I wonder what he's going to do. Maybe he's just going to go to some banana crates or something.
He might go to Old Castle actually and get all the stuff there.
Yeah, he's not. I think he's looking a little lost. He's not sure what he's doing. I don't think. Wow. This is coming down to the wire. Oh no, SrTapir's battery is low.
He's on beeping strats right now.
Yeah.
Very hype. Yeah, I'm thinking Apple is gonna have to go to Old Castle.
He's saving. Does he? Is this a banana box?
Oh,
I don't even know.
Yeah, this can draw double razor.
Oh wait.
shroom,
Okay.
50%
Okay.
chance.
Wow. He's gonna just save and reload until he gets one. But how many more does he need? Because you need 4 razor shrooms to make a 3 times attack up.
I'm guessing he might only grab 1. and
Yeah.
then he can get the other 2 from Old Castle. The Old
Okay.
Castle route.
Yeah. And zinpars has nothing as well. So they're
Yeah.
kind of both in the same boat. What's also really funny is he could have smuggled 3 bananas out of Eventide as well that he picked up. So
watch that
actually,
video.
oh man, he probably. Oh yeah, I don't know. Wow, this is crazy. How down to the wire it is.
Noman kind of struggled a bit with that BTB to Gerudo. Gave up on it and is now just win bombing. Lost him a decent chunk of time because Tapir is getting the Elden skeleton right here.
Yeah, and he has a warp point to Serene Stable, right? I think.
Yeah, I think he got Monytoma.
Yeah. With these rules so Radiant Shirt's already kind of been locked in. So right now, Noman and Zinpars has full control of row 5 and row 1. So they only need to control one more row. But row 2 is in control of Apple and SrTapir, so they can't go for that one. So they only have the option of going for Dark Beast Cannon or Leviathan Bones. Yeah, so diagonals and columns don't count, only rows do in row control. Oh man, Apple's having a rough time trying to get a razor stream out of this. This is great.
Yeah, this box is so just awful.
Yeah, and it looks like Zin is gonna go straight for bananas, and he got 1, which isn't enough. He needs to get 2.
Getting Mighty Thistles?
Oh, he does have a Mighty Thistle. Oh crap, I didn't even notice that. So no, he's technically good in terms of RNG. If he gets the 1 banana in Dining Hall and then the guaranteed razor shroom, I think he's okay. I think Mighty Thistle actually kind of suck.
He's trying to get double bananas though, because he might.
Dude, he just got 2. I think he just got 2 razor shrooms. Apple did.
He did. He's insane.
Holy cow, that's insanely lucky.
I'm pretty sure that's an 8% chance.
Oh my god. Yes, yeah, he didn't even need that. He only needed 1. That's crazy. And yeah, Zinpars is gonna reroll. I'm not sure if 1 Mighty Thistle, 1 banana, 2 bananas, and 1 razor shroom would make a 3 times attack up or not. Because Thistle are actually pretty bad.
You need
in terms
7
of how much they
points.
give. What was that?
You need 7 points for attack up 3.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm pretty sure Razor Shroom and Bananas give 2.
Yeah. So that would be just
7.
enough, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think you realize that though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be 3 consecutive goals in a row. It can just be any 3 goals in a row. So now that Apple has his attack up food, he is pretty poised to take Dark Beast Cannon, especially with zinpars ended up dying there.
Yeah,
Did he save after he got the thing?
he did.
Okay. No, or Tapir is actually taking a pit stop in Kaiwan.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I think that's really smart. It's a lot of movement to get Leviathan Bones. That's a lot of wind bombs.
Gonna be taking a lot of cold damage from Inhebra.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he knows the clip into the mountain, or do you think he's going to do it the casual way?
I think he's gonna do it the casual way.
Yeah, I've seen people do the clip like once or twice, but unless you like run a category where you clip into the mountain, it's more than likely you're just going to do it casually.
It's more out of the way to do the clip because you're not already in the
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, no, he'll be coming in from like Serene Stables, wouldn't he? Like that's kind of in the realm of doable.
Oh, it's starting on blights. So he just needs to not die.
Yeah. Don't think he has any fairies though.
This will be good any percent practice for him.
Yeah. You got the 6 ancient arrows too, which will make Ganon a little bit more consistent, which is good. Oh, that wasn't the best spin attack though. A bit of a rough start. Luckily, Edge Duality is OP. Wow. It looks like Tapir and Apple are in a really good spot to actually clutch this game out.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
They are. Ah, man. Can you imagine if Noman had like a warp inside castle and like enough weapons already to already do? Because they only needed 1 goal. Like they could have both went for it. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have both
Yeah.
just doubled down and went for Dark Beast Cannon and just gambled on it and hope that one of them would beat Apple to it.
It's
Ooh,
hindsight.
Apple died.
Oh, he got slapped.
And zinpars is back in it.
Um, this lizard is not cooperating with Zinpars.
Yeah. Wait, can he just got up and sneak strike him right there? Whatever. Oh, no way he got noticed there. This game is such a scam.
He actually got scammed.
Yeah, actually, that was insane. Noman is heading his way over to the desert Leviathan Bone on half a heart. I really hope he eats. He didn't eat.
Because he tried shooting a bird and just missed.
Did he have like... He's not like completely out of food, right?
Here he is.
Oh, man. Well, he should start like save warping or save like, saving and then dying so that way he doesn't lose as much distance. And here we see Tapir going for the same BTB that Noman was trying. Is this used in a specific category?
Yeah, it's used in all dungeons now.
Okay.
Takes you
I see
right
people
to,
do this one all the time in Bingo, but I've never actually seen it done in a run. I am,
Gerudo.
yeah. There's a BTB you can do off of the Temple of Time Boko to go to Gerudo, but I'm assuming routing wise it's slower. It seemed a bit high of an angle for Tapir.
That is really high.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with this PTB, but I assume he wanted a lot more speed out of that.
Yeah, he's got plenty of food though, so
Yeah.
isn't that big of a deal.
And that was basically first try, so I mean, something's better than nothing.
These zinpars just got screwed with an autosave. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Really unfortunate. Oh,
Apple
man,
is on phase 2 of Fireblight now, though. Wow, Vlad just said he speculates you could actually get all the way to the Fairy Fountain with that BTB. That'd be insane. Noman taking good care to get these fairies that he knows he
yeah.
desperately needs.
Needs that.
Oh, he was gonna jump for it, but he knew how risky that was. He'll come back for that one. These fairies are actually being really mean. Oh, that one just came down, the one that he was at too. He's wasting a lot of time doing this, but like he like really needs these resources.
Yeah.
Looks like Apple is just about ready to fight Ganon. Cleaning up Thunderplay. Oh, wait. He got a weird phase 2 here. Alright, he's good.
This is going to be so close. I'm pretty sure Noman only has the one Leviathan bone.
Yeah, and Tapir is 2. Well, 1.5 he's about to get to.
Yeah.
And I don't think Noman has like a quick way to get to the other ones that he needs. So, and the one that Tapir needs after this is the closest one to Moyotoma. Does Apple have another bow? Because he just broke it before he was able to shoot ancient arrows, I think. Oh no, he already shot his ancient arrows. Never mind.
Should have another bow anyway, so
Yeah. That was a pretty fast phase 1, though. Wow, he didn't even need to throw the claymore or anything. He's big chilling now. One more parry, and he's basically set. Oh, he went right for the wall. Wow, he's got some good shields, though.
he just needs to not miss.
Yeah, just don't miss, forehead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he got the fireball, so you love to see that in a bingo. No way.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good thing he has 2 other shields.
Yeah, but like, okay. He misses the fireball, but hits the spear. Holy cow, that was actually terrifying.
So Monka.
Holy cow. You know, I can say with great confidence that the fireball is the easiest one to parry. Some might disagree, but it's actually, in terms of frame data, I think it's the most lenient. Oh, he drops the stun lock though.
Yeah.
This is a little scary. He's keeping us on the edge of our seats here. Yeah, he can. Okay, he has a lot of weapons, so at least he's not too worried about durability. and his attack up still has 50 seconds. So
Zin's catching up though.
he is. If he dies here, if he drops his stone lock, or God forbid somehow dies on Dark Beast, Zin's kind of sitting pretty. Oh my God, he dropped the stone lock again. Oh my God. I wasn't sure he was gonna get the shield off. He is freaking me out, dude.
He's getting really lucky with these lasers.
Holy cow! Wait.
Oh, Ganon straight up missed.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna go for this spin to win. Smart. Okay. Holy jeez, Louise. How many times he dropped the stun lock twice there? Oh my gosh, he's freaking me out. So
He needs to finish all of Blight's Calamity and Dark Beast before Tapir does. Or Tapir gets the Leviathan bones. So he's got about 6 minutes.
that's a good point. If the Tapir dies, well, it doesn't matter because Apple's gonna mark it off, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, you're right.
so it's like, unless Apple legitimately dies on Dark Beast, but even if he dies on Dark Beast, like you just respawn in Dark Beast, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
and that he could actually die and still win. So it's really gonna come down to Tapir and Noman in terms of who can defeat Leviathan Bones or complete Leviathan Bones first. I don't think Tapir is actually gonna plug in his controller, which
If it
could
dies,
cost him.
that'd be
If he
so-
dies, can you imagine if he win bombs in Hybra, his controller dies and he doesn't pull Paraglider and he just dies? That'd be something, huh?
That'd be peak comedy.
That would be peak comedy. I mean, it's pretty close to dying. I think you have like somewhere between like 20 to 60 minutes after the first one shows up, and that was the second one, like the second warning that I've seen. So there is some good potential here for him to have his controller die in a really inopportune spot. Oh, he didn't get Oyatoma yet. I thought he did.
I thought he did too. Strange.
Yeah. Regardless, though, he's still like a whole bone ahead
Yeah.
of Noman. He's grabbing the quest now. And I guess he'll turn in the two that he has, maybe. It doesn't really matter. Technically, he should wait to do this, right?
Yes.
Because he's going to turn in two and then leave and then come back. So, in terms of time, it would be beneficial to do all three at once, but
Got the Heber one and we just weren't watching for like 5 minutes.
there's no way.
Yeah, he didn't.
I heard low battery makes you go faster. Some next level strats. Gonna start all my runs on a low battery. This is brutal for zinpars.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're halfway through blights and then you see it get marked off. And then you
That's-
realize that there's literally nothing you can do now. It's like completely unknown and Sapir.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, GG to Apple though. I mean, that was a good fight. He clutched it out. The Ganon fight was obviously scary beyond belief, but he won. Zin probably won't see this goal get marked off for a while. I would imagine that both Zin and Noman have their eyes glued to their screen, which makes sense in a game this close. It's so hard to always keep your eye on the bingo board, though, you know, and you can lose so much time. Like obviously in this situation, it doesn't matter if Zin doesn't see it, right? Because there's just nothing he can do now. But in situations where you're playing lockout and like somebody else marked off a goal that you were going for, and you don't see it right away, you feel. It sucks when someone, like, you know, snipes you on a goal, but it sucks even more when you don't realize it for 4 minutes.
If Noman is going to activate Monotoma. That would be yeah, it looks like he is.
Mm-hmm. Is he? Doesn't look like it. I would put that in the not wise category in terms of decisions. Unless maybe he's grabbing resources here first and then gonna win bomb over. I'm not sure. But he's also gonna start the quest for not really a good reason if he doesn't have all the pictures. I think this is an impromptu BTB from Tapir.
It's looking like a pretty makeshift one.
And it's looking like a really good one.
Pretty good.
That was a beast of an impromptu BTB. He's still good on food, right? Like he cooked all that stuff from Kaiwan, so I feel like he's big chillin'. Oh yeah, he's so good. Oh, that's an ADEX one? I did not know that.
Oh, of course, Tapir, the famed 8X runner.
No, there's not really anything Apple and zinpars can do at this point because Apple and zinpars don't have camera. And the only goal that's really in contention at this point is Leviathan Bones because all the other rows are in full control of a team. So it's really just coming down to row 4, which bar catastrophic failure from Tapir, it looks like he's gonna come in clutch here since he's a bone ahead.
Yeah, he's right here at the entrance.
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna go for 2 cryo blocks or just one?
Just
Just-
one.
Just one, it
Man.
looks like. Wait. He didn't do it, right?
Oh, he might be doing tree strats.
Whoa. Tree strats. What? I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, you don't actually have to use a snowball. You can use anything.
Yeah, I know you can use other things, but oh, I didn't know about this. Well, you didn't get it. Well, I guess you can just do it right again, right? He didn't get the first try though. That would have been sick. Does that have to be max power?
I think it does. Oh, he's got the mop. He's chilling.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Well, I don't think he realizes that the mop works fine.
Yeah, the mop would work. I guess he's given up. He's just gonna snowball it. He's done. Well, it was a good attempt.
Oh, he's coming back with the 2 cryo strat.
He is, unless he's not. It is possible to get 2 in there, right? I'm like 90% sure it is. Okay,
Oh, there you go.
you got it. Goes for the toss. Clean cryo bridge.
Full throw.
He's good. Also, good fight from Zin. Finishing it out. Wow. I did not think it was going to come down to Leviathan Bones, though. And Dark
Oh, yeah.
Beast. That's kind of a hype ending.
This is really interesting for sure.
Yeah. I will say I really enjoyed this bingo in comparison to the the submission video that they did. The submission video, both teams did not contest any row, basically. Like they both were just like, we're gonna do rows 1, 3, and 5, and you're gonna do rows 2, 4, and 5 or something. And like they didn't, basically all the rows were just one color. Well, at least this time we had 3 out of the 5 rows were pretty highly contended.
Yeah. So it's looking like GG right now.
Yeah, you just gotta turn the last picture in and then it's GG. Wow, it is gonna be almost exactly the estimated time, down to like a minute, basically. That's kind of wild. Good estimate.
Jeez.
GG. Insanely close.
Yeah, that was crazy.
GG.
Let's see if we can get our players in for an interview, a little post-game interview. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in chat, and I'll try to read them all.
Yeah, me too. I'll also try and read them all.
Redo.
GG.
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 Oh my god. Thank god you did Leviathan Bones. I didn't want to continue anymore, dude.
You did Leviathan Bones? I
What?
thought we were doing Ganon.
No, I was in the middle of doing Leviathan Bones, but I like died like 6 times in the middle of the desert trying to wind bomb.
I died literally 1 minute into the game.
Yeah, you were definitely the first
Because
step.
I
Apple.
was trying to getting the hasty meal. And
Dude,
died
I
to
don't
the
even-
Boko.
I don't even know where the Leviathan Bones are. I was praying. I was like, please, somebody do it before me.
That was really interesting. GG's all.
Well, I
Very
died to
close match.
I died to
GG.
Fireblights, and I was when I died to Firelight, I was like, oh fuck, this
That's when
it's
you
over
wrote-
now. It's over.
Is that when you wrote you hate this game?
Yeah. No, no, wait, is it?
Yeah, you said
Yeah, it
no,
was.
Death County.
When I wrote I hate this game is when I was doing something else. I'm not sure what anymore. But I died so many times in this game as well. I died to everything. You
I
could
think that's when
die.
you died going to Eventide and you went back to Tenakasaw.
Oh yeah, right. I died,
Oh, were you
was it
doing
close to
Eventide?
Eventide? I was trying to, but you sniped it.
Oh, okay. I thought I was wasting my time when I was doing that, and I should have done Dark Beast instead.
Maybe I should have done Dark Beast at when I was at Castle after I got the Lionels.
Yeah, that was something that I mentioned. I was like,
Should've
well,
done
like at the very end there, you guys kind of, I think you made like a pretty good call having one do Leviathan Bones and one do Dark Beast. And like you obviously had to do Leviathan Bones since Zin didn't have
I
camera.
did camera, yeah. I
Yeah.
had camera.
But we were thinking you were gonna do Dark Beast maybe like fairly quickly after Lionel's and Hylian Shield, because like you already had like half the weapons.
I was
Test
I
the
should have done it, to be
Castle.
honest.
Yeah, there's a test of strength in Castle too.
To get the Guardian Sword?
No,
Yeah.
to kill a Guardian Scout 4.
I
Oh,
tried to find it.
yeah.
I couldn't find it. I was going to like half the
I
castle.
forgot about that.
I don't know where it was. So
I
just
forgot that
went
was
to
a
Tenaka
square.
After.
It's like in the little bay underneath.
Here's in library. I'm like, oh, can I get to? He's like, can I get to there from library? I'm like, you can get from the place to library. We can't go from library to the place. And I was like, oh.
I had like no idea what it was.
Oh god, whoever put Leviathan Bones on this list, I hate you.
This was a random board. This was a
Okay.
random board.
Okay.
But it was just using the new goal list, which we saw a decent number of them. We saw Hot Springs, Resurrect a Horse, Dog Treasure, Bird Pictures,
Dude,
Selfie
birds
with
are
a
so hard to
Lionel.
Find.
Dude, I
There's
don't
like-
even know how to take bird pictures.
There's like 3 birds in Nintendo. There's like a duck and 2 herons.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I knew that.
But we were like instantly like, "Oh, we don't want to do row 1. I don't even know how to resurrect the horse.
You
I
have
don't
to
even know how
kill
to do
your
that.
horse.
Go to the
First,
horse
yeah,
farm.
first you have to register a horse, and then you have to kill the horse, and then you resurrect the horse.
Fair.
I hope
Makes
we had a
sense.
lot of Bible thumbs in the chat when I had to kill my horse. I felt
Dude,
so
that was-
bad.
I really like the
sick
part
stuff,
where you
bro.
switch to the hammer halfway through.
Get to death. Good art.
Dude, Zin was crying in the call. He was.
I was crying for my
I'm-
1k rupees.
I'm really grateful that we didn't have to watch you guys do the jewel trade.
Oh yeah, me too.
know.
I mean, I was like, when we got like the Guardian Sword and the Dog Treasure, I was like, oh god, we have to get that Guardian Scout 4 because else it's just gonna be so annoying
Yeah.
to do like either heroine or especially jewel trade.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a pretty strong start, but I was really lost in the middle.
The
Yeah, at
hasty
some
meal.
point-
I was so angry about the hasty meal. I literally got it also 1 second after you got it.
Oh, yeah,
But
I
I died
cooked at a
before it was
stable
sad.
and wanted to do dog treasures afterwards, but the P was faster.
Okay.
Yeah. I just got food and instantly went to the dog.
I was thinking I wanted to rush 3 bird pictures in compendium. Then I was like, wait, I don't know where any birds are. So then I went and I did climbing set after camera.
That was actually really close between you and ZrTapir.
Really? I
Yeah.
failed the test of strength skip a couple times.
You both had trouble in the bandana one. I forget the name of the shrine.
What about Rita He? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Completely
Thank
forgot how
you.
to do that shrine. And then
Yeah,
like,
you both
after
you
the
both
fourth
failed the
attempt, I'm
level.
like, oh, and that's how.
Dude, I hit the ceiling twice and I died twice inside Rita He.
Fair.
Oh man.
But yeah, I
It is-
mean, it was a pretty tight battle the whole way through.
Yeah, much closer than the submission one at least.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun as well. I'm glad
Oh, yeah.
Tapir carried me again. Thank you, Tapir.
Did I was going to fight Ganon because we thought you guys were doing something else, and then like Zin marked off Eventide. I'm like, oh, okay, I have to do Leviathan bones now.
Yeah, because I wasn't even close to the camera anywhere. So
Oh man, I'm sorry, Zed, I let you down.
No. You were doing most of the work here. Like I just secured row 1 and 5, which were probably not even contested, and you were fighting for row 3. Like it came down to row 3 in the end.
What
I really didn't
task
like
was
row
it?
5 because it like that's why I want to even type because Radiant Shard is just annoying to do. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
lock you into like doing Radiant Shard.
I actually had the luminous stones already, but I didn't want to go all the way over there, and I think I needed more
Fair
rupees.
enough.
I'm glad
it's
to know
like,
that Eventide is
pretty
not the
expensive.
most hated goal on the board.
You know,
It's
I
not
actually
that
almost died
bad.
on Eventide.
Oh, we
yeah.
know. We were watching. It was you used the fairy that you smuggled on, which I was like, man, that was a good thing you smuggled that fairy. And
Oh,
then you
yeah,
got to the last part, you almost died. Holy cow, that was so scary.
Yeah, I used the fairy on one of the camps for the second orb. And then on the last camp, I got chased by all of them into a corner. Then, like,
Damn.
then all of them went away except for one, and I could deal with a blue boko, luckily. And
See,
then
I
they
was
didn't see me
low.
anymore. I was really lucky.
I was running low on food the entire game. I was just picking up stuff as I went. I was just praying. There was one
I
time
was
where
getting
I bombed
so much food
myself.
at some point.
There was one time where I bombed myself, and then I respawned, and then I checked, and I had like a bunch of cooked meat in my inventory, and I was like, oh, why did I bomb myself for hearts?
I had to roll a razor shroom in the end for like the tech up.
Yeah, you both.
And I didn't
were
get one for
having-
like 10 reset for like 10 reloads. And then I got
8%.
on the 11th I got 2.
Yeah,
Like
like you
come
said,
on.
it's like an 8% chance.
It's not very good, but it was like the best thing I could do at this point, I think.
Yeah, no, you and Zin were. That was actually like the biggest like blocker for you guys to do Dark Beast.
Mhm.
Was you were both struggling to get attack up food.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
had
realize
razor
until I was
shoots
in
earlier,
castle.
He was like, are we allowed to use Amiibo? Oh no.
I was also in the middle of castle BTB and I was like, fuck, do I have a tech up? Then I have 2 razor shrooms and I was, oh fuck yes. Oh, I need one more. Oh no. Then I had to roll it.
Yeah, I went to the Razor's room from the new route and did old no amiibo route.
I'm glad I did
It-
old route first to get what's it? Weapons for Scout 4. And then I could do new
Oh.
routes to do like Dark Beast.
I see.
Also got from the
Should've-
Scout, I got a Battle Axe plus, which is 60 damage. It's insane.
Oh.
Wow. Dude, I
Man,
should have
you're,
done Dark Beast way earlier. I should
Your
have
phase
rushed
2
it.
calamity though was like
Oh god.
you were giving me
No,
heart attack, dude. Holy cow.
I was missing the
stun
fireball
lock.
parry. I
Oh
was
yeah.
missing the stun lock twice.
Yeah, the
He
fireball
was
parry
panicking
was
so much in the VC. I was like asking him questions about Leviathan then because I have no idea what to do. I don't know where they were. I'm like, oh shit, he's actually like in dire situation. So I just muted myself. I'm like, I'll let him focus.
Dude, I had no idea.
Thank
I had the IGN page open, bro.
I did it once last bingo I did. I'm glad I did it once, so I know how it is now.
all right.
I just
Well,
started sharing my screen. I was like, help me, Apple, please.
we're gonna have to wrap it up here so we can get
Sure.
back on schedule. But GG's again. That was a really exciting match.
GG's.
GG.
So yeah,
Thanks for
GG's.
commentary.
of course,
My
I
pleasure.
will hand it off to our hosts.
Right on. Thank you so much, everyone. That was an amazing run, right down to the wire, too. Now, before we go, we do have one more donation to read off from my co-host, InstaFizz. He donates in $5 and says, hey, this Breath of the Wild race has been super hype. Let me put down a dono to make Hollow Knight just as hype as well. GG to the runners, and good luck to the rest. And with that, I think we're going to head right on out to an intermission, and we're going to get things geared up for our next run, which is going to be more Zelda. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. We're doing a blackout bingo with Riki of Kokiri. So everybody sit back, relax, enjoy the music. We'll be back before you know it.
there is already evidence of that happening. The number of missed screenings has been, due to COVID-19 pandemic, has been really high. And I think I saw a paper which suggested that now people are getting diagnosed later, so the cancer has spread further due to the fact that the early screenings and detections were missed. And so that effect we will be seeing for years to come. Some positives have come out of this. Like a Fred Hutch researcher has been really pushing for this test for colorectal cancer. It's called the FIT test. And for colorectal cancer screenings, it just involves mailing something to somebody's house, them taking a sample and mailing it back, and using that for diagnosis. And so changing how we think about how we diagnose people will be really important going forward. Hopefully this will lead to some flexibility and some new ideas and new technologies that can improve screening even remotely.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna mute on this side. Oh, I don't know if that works that way. Whatever. I'm just gonna unmute on stream and go for it. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Bingothon. My name's Nordic Soy. We're here to raise money for Fred Hutch. And so far, we've raised $342 towards this absolutely amazing goal. So, just a little bit about Fred Hutch. With 25% of Fred Hutch's faculties already dedicated to viruses before the pandemic, Fred Hutch was able to take swift action when it started. They've been part of the leading of massive COVID-19 vaccine trials for the US, and they've shown some great success. Now, they've also opened a first-of-its-kind COVID-19 clinical research center. Boy, it sounds a little bit like we've got some music in the background. I don't know, did y'all hear that? I don't know. Anyway. Well, to finish my thought off real quick, they're being one of the United States' first standalone centers that's dedicated to antiviral drugs, monoclonal antibodies, and other emerging therapies for COVID-19. And with not enough vaccines to go around worldwide, such treatments have the potential to save many lives until everyone can have access to vaccination. And again, the money that we're raising here today is going right towards that cause. Get those donations in. Keep watching Bingothon because, Bingothon's awesome. And coming up here shortly, again, we're going to have Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past randomizer, doing a blackout bingo with Ricky of Kokiri. And thank you, InstaFizz, for that lovely musical accompaniment.
Anytime.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I think my hello was heard on stream.
It probably was.
Yep, it was.